Hey guys, Fanga Dan here, 2 times New Zealand Drift Champion, and this is my VF Holden Commodore. It runs a 6-litre LS2 L98 engine, running a Vortec Supercharger, a Holly high-rise manifold, 4-inch intercooler, 4-1 stainless X-Force header into a twin 3-inch stainless system, dumping right at the rear diff. Runs a G-Force GSR gearbox built by RTS in the States. Moving towards the back, running a Winters quick change rear end. So we're running a Auto Art VY 18-inch wheel, running an 18.9.5 on the front and an 18.10.5 on the rear, with some AP racing brakes behind them. An opportunity to stand out from the crowd, with obviously building our old VZ and sending that over to Asia in 2008 or 9 I think it was. Went for 9 months, won a round over there, qualified first and won a round. We podiumed at the Formula Drift event in Singapore. You know, it was a big car running an RB30 in it back then, big single turbo on it. Not huge power, I think it was only about 360 kilowatts at the wheels. Brung the car back home from that, developed it more, obviously put an LS engine in it, and went through to winning a championship in it, you know. But from that trip was, okay, it's not about winning, it's about being different and standing out from the crowd. And I think with doing that, building my own cars with my team and the support that I get from sponsors, you know, you feel good about what you create. And for me as a driver, I drive better knowing that I'm happy about what we've done.
You've been eating rather healthy lately, eh? What is?
Yeah, it wasn't about, oh, you know, I think that's going to be a good drift car. It was just about, well, I'd already built that first one because I saw an opportunity, and it took me places. So I thought, well, I've sort of gone down that path, so let's build the newer model. A bigger car, it was heavier, it was longer wheelbase, which is all the opposite way of how everyone sort of goes in this sport. And we obviously started out, it was just a VE Commodore. We did 2 seasons I think running at VE, and then decided to facelift the front, do the full VF rear on it, and I was like, I want to come out with the big flares, you know, like that was the path that all the, you know, the Nissans and all that type of stuff we're coming out with. So I thought, well, I'll create my own monster. When we first started building the car, it was like, okay, we just want a high horsepower, high revving NA engine, and I think we created a really cool package, you know. Zane did an amazing job of, you know, we were pulling it to 8.5 grand, and it was pretty close to the sort of 700 odd mark NA, and would have been perfect in a really light car. And obviously we were still pushing, you know, like this car was, it still is like 1450 kgs, like it's heavy. We had the opportunity with Kappa Performance over in Australia, and they said, oh, let's wham one of these Vortec chargers on it, man. It's going to give you a little bit, you know, it's going to give you that bottom end that you're missing, and with your high revving LS engine, it's going to continue through that, you know. So it was good, you know. That's why we went with the side mount Vortec charger. You know, when you're trying to do different stuff like what we have, you know, like the late nights, you know, the team that, you know, I'm not where I am today without a solid team behind me, and the support with sponsors, and we always put ourselves to deadlines, you know, these shows or events that we want to go and, you know, release the car or our new changes or test it. And most of the time for us it was at the next event, you know. The late nights leading up to it, to getting all the way down there, and something not going right on the dyno, and to get that set up right, you know. I think we'd done about 7 dyno meetings, you know, just to perfect it. And you know, Glenn Suckling, he did an amazing job, and he's very fussy of what he does. He always said, oh, I like your thing because I tell you something and you go away and you make sure it's right before you come back, or you've done the changes. Yeah, our first actual competition round with the Vortec charger was Manfield, which was the highlight of my career, man. Like, that was, winning that round was better than winning the 2 championships that I've ever won, you know. Like, that track challenged me my whole life, you know. Like, every year that made me go back for another season of drifting, you know. It was like, yeah, I've got to go back to Manfield, I'm going to start this new season and I'm going to win it, you know. Like, you went back there and it was always second, or, you know, like, or something happened, you know, mechanical or something like that, you know. But we qualified high. It's the coolest, I think it's the coolest track and the most challenging, for me anyway.
We're on board with Kurt Whitaker. Fanga now has a chance to lead. Our pole sitter in the chase. What can Kurt Whitaker do? A little bit of a wobble as they come through this last sector. Fanga stacking on the angle yet again. He pushes a little wide though. Kurt Whitaker tries to regain that proximity, but it just doesn't stick. Fanga out in front. 860 horsepower. A brand new Vortec supercharger, and Fanga making it an impressive start to the season.
You know, that just ticked the list, you know. Like, it was, I'd conquered, you know, what I wanted to do, you know. Like, they just, yeah, it's hard to explain, man.
Gotten off to a scorching start at Mansfield. Two-time national champion Daniel Woodhouse Price was again the man to beat, and he was too hot to handle in his V8 Holden, grabbing the round victory over Kurt Whitaker. Despite...
Yeah, so we got some new things in the making, some very exciting stuff that we're going to release at Big Boys Toys, and I'm just so pumped. And the you know, like it's been all bottled up, you know, for a while now of what's been going on behind the scenes, and I can't wait to share what we've got going on, and the support, the people behind it, and what we're going to come out with. It's going to be amazing.